What's up, everybody, and welcome to Cranberry Vintage. Today's video, we are going to talk about the information that is on seed packets. So, let's begin. What's up? My name is Mia, and I create videos to share my journey as I turn my home into an urban homestead in order to live a more sustainable and simple life. And if that piques your interest and you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And come on, enjoy the family. How does that sound? Yeah. When you're starting to garden, you have two options typically. You can either A, buy established seeds from your local nursery or home improvement store, or B, you can actually buy seeds and start from there. Now, buying established seeds is a benefit, and it's more because it's more convenient. You don't have to worry about starting seeds from scratch, and it's already done. You can put it in the garden when you practically get it, depending on what time of the season it is. However, it can be very inconvenient and costly if you're trying to feed a family of more than, I would say, 2 or 3. So in our case, we occasionally have up to 5 or 6 people coming in this house. That includes if my outside family comes to visit, or so forth and so forth. So we try to make sure that we grow enough to feed us for the months. So let's say you decide to grow seeds like we're doing this year. Before you just go out and buy a bunch of seeds, it's important that, first of all, you know what you want to grow, but then also it's important that you understand the information that's on the back of the package and on the front. And that's what we're going to cover today. So the seed packaging that you usually see at your local store, wherever you choose to buy it, it has two purposes. One is to protect the seeds that are inside, but also it has a lot of valuable information on the front and the back on how to grow and maintain this particular seed. As you learn more about the information on the package, it will help you properly germinate the seed and grow the vegetables that you want. So what we're going to talk about today is different parts or different content or information that's on the packet and how it can benefit you. So the whole purpose is the next time you go out and get seeds, it'll be just simple for you to just grab what you want, you understand how to read it, and you can determine if that's really good for your area. So let's go ahead and get into this info. So the seeds that we're going to use for our video today are some seeds that I got from Menards. It's a Burpee brand. Considering this is my second year starting from seeds, I didn't really want to go all out buying a bunch of seeds. I wanted to stay within a comfortable element. So I got most of my seeds from Menards. So we're going to begin with the front of the seed packet. And as you can see, I have a different variety of vegetables out. So in this case, we have some cabbage, we have some cauliflower, my favorite vegetable, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. Actually, all these are like my favorite. I figured out ways to like cook different varieties with them. Oh, it's just freaking amazing. The first thing you typically see is the company somewhere on there. So in this case, Burpee made it known right there with the pretty red flower that this is who they are. Secondly, you have a big picture of the flower or the vegetable or the fruit that you're trying to grow. So what's unique about the picture on the front is that it could be a photo or an illustration. And the purpose of it is to just show you what the item is going to look like once it hits maturity. So now let's go up to the top of the package. At the top of the package, next to the cultivator label or logo, you will see something called the plant type. And usually the plant type is listed as an herb, a vegetable, or a flower, or in this case is labeled as organic. When you see a seed label as organic, it's just saying that the vegetable or seed was created by our organic farming methods. It doesn't really, in my opinion, it doesn't really give or take away the flavor of the food. But you know, some growers are um, they're very passionate about only purchasing organic seeds. So in my case, these were on sale. That's why I grabbed them. And they weren't just in the regular section, they were in the special section. And I couldn't find these in the regular section. And since they were on sale, I mean, hey, I bought them. So that's how I ended up with organic seeds. But next you have the price. And in some cases you have the weight. So I don't know if you can see that. Very, very, very tiny. That 180 milligrams right there. That's the weight of the seeds. Now, this doesn't mean that you go out there and measure the weight of the seeds, because that's kind of hard to do. But just trust them that they're telling you right. Now, even though that this is the sale price on some of the seeds, depending on where you go, sometimes it's a lot cheaper. So where I go buy my seeds, even though it may say $3.29, that particular place may have a sale and it could only be like $2 by the time I get it. That's one of the perks of getting the small package of seeds. So as we flip these over onto the back, you'll notice that there is usually more information about the plant, directions, and the best conditions to grow the plant in. Let's start from the side here. So on the side here, let's see if I can get you in the light real good. You see the cultivator's information. As we mentioned earlier, this is the same information you see at the top of the front package. However, what's on the side is like more so the information if you wanted to contact them, if you have any issues or concerns about your seeds, you could just reach out to them and say, hey. Now, if you see over here in the little red area, what that is just general information saying, hey, don't eat these, grow them. This is not, the seeds in here are not for you to eat, they're for you to grow. I know some people may be like, why do they have that on there? But you'll be amazed. You got somebody that likes to eat the seeds right out the package. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone. Ignore this. I put I on each package because it lets me know. I sort out my seeds, which I'll share that in another video, but I actually write I and O on my packets. So I can know I stands for indoor, O stands for outdoor. So I can know which plants I can start inside and which plants are best started outside. So that's why you see the I, that doesn't come on the package. That's something I put on there. So another unique thing about this that you don't see on the other ones, in some cases you don't see anything across the top, but in this packet or on this packet, you actually see something called heirloom at the top. What this is a variety. So you have about 3 different types of varieties to my knowledge. You have heirloom, hybrid, and open pollinated. So your heirloom are seeds that have been saved and passed down from generation to generation. They have the same taste and the same appearance over the years. In this case, these Brussels sprouts are heirloom Brussels sprouts. So they've been produced for probably more than 50 years and turned out the same. Delicious, can't wait for them to grow. Then you have the hybrid. A hybrid is usually a vegetable that was created by cross-pollinating 2 different varieties of plants. And then you have the third one, which is open pollinated. That's pretty much when pollination occurs by insects, nature, or humans. So I do believe that you can have open pollinated heirlooms, but I also know that when it comes to certain flowers, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them were open pollinated. So now, below the variety, you once again have the name of the vegetable, and you also have the plant type. Under the name of the plant and the plant type, you have the plant description or traits. This is a section that really breaks down a written description of the plant, if it's a perennial, annual, or biennial, and examples that ways that you can use it in your home. Under that, you have the plant directions. In that section, they usually break down the best time to start the seeds, if they're started indoors or direct sow, if the seeds need special treatment. and then also how deep you should plant the seed and the number of days for germination. Now that same information I mentioned is right here in a quick summary on the side. And also sometimes it will tell you these plants, this particular plant or vegetable or flower is container friendly. Down here at the bottom you have a little map in most cases that breaks down what area, what time of the year is it best to transplant the item outdoors. So for instance, for this heirloom Brussels sprouts, it says start indoors in a warm, well lighted area about 8 weeks before planting outdoors. And then you can see it breaks down July all the way through November. So we're in St. Louis, so we could start seeding, or we could transplant our seeds out, I would say about July, between July and August. Now down here at the very bottom, well, one, it tells you can recycle this package, but also you see something called packaged for and sell by. So in this section, the cultivator provides the best year for optimal germination and the best time to use the seeds. Now, this is saying that it's packed for 2021 and sell by November 21. Now, something you should know. Oh, and also the origin, where did it come from? And the lot it came from. Now, something you should know, just because it says package for and sell by doesn't mean that you have to throw the seeds away once you get done, if you don't use all of them that year. I'm actually going to come out with a video that really breaks down how can you grow old seeds. In most cases, this is the general information that is on the front and the back. I hope that this was very informational for you. That's the packet, front and back. Alrighty guys, well that's it. We covered the information that's on the seed packet. Hopefully it helped. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for more future videos. And if you are new to Cranberry Vintage and you're interested in how our homestead did last year, go ahead and check out a few of these videos. That was pretty much our year where we were actually developing the homestead. So a lot has happened during that first year. The second year, I actually plan on focusing on growing and updating some areas. Thank you for tuning in, and until next week, you have an awesome day and stay super-tastic.